How do? I thought I'd do like a little post-Christmas pickups. It's a little bit sort of, we're well past New Year's now, so, it's been a bit late, but I've just not had time to get round to it. So, yeah, here I am. But yeah, we've got pickups from Christmas, from the last little bit. I know I covered Black Friday in my last one, but then I got a couple more sort of last-minute Black Friday deals. Had a little walk around town Christmas Eve, and picked up a couple of bits then, and yeah, a couple of non-gaming things to get in as well, so I have got quite a lot to get through, so I apologise if this one's a bit of a long one, but it's probably going to be the last pickups video for a good long while, because I'm going cold turkey on buying games, because A, I've got about 20 new games on my pile to play, and B, I've been really, over the last year, I've been really working on sort of getting myself financially a bit better off, and I've kind of undone a bit of that over Christmas. So I want to sort of start doing that again. That's by the by. Pickups then. I mentioned I got, a little bit of the end of the Black Friday sales after I'd done the last video. I got a notification off Amazon to, when it's like, you might like this, and one of the things that it popped up was Assassin's Creed. Oh, it's shiny. It's still in its cellophane, that's why it's so shiny. Assassin's Creed The Rebel Collection on the Switch. It's the dreaded download code only version. This was like a tenner, and the true physical version still only has Assassin's Creed 4 on the cart, and then Rogue is also download code in that anyway, and that's like 30 quid. So, like I said, I've always said before, I don't really care about these download code only ones. Still get a box for the shelf, still get a game to play. What's the problem? Assassin's Creed Black Flag, definitely. I've been thinking about replaying again, like the PS4 version. So when I saw the Switch version so cheap, I thought, I'll just replay that. I'll just play that instead of say replay that. I've never played the Switch version. I'll replay the game on the Switch. Assassin's Creed Rogue, actually, as well, is also... I know they've since released it on the PS4, but it was at the time it was a PS3 exclusive, even though the PS4 was out. And it is, actually, both those games are among the best in the series. So, for a tenner, I can't really go wrong there. Assassin's Creed, I've said I've got a complicated relationship in the past with Assassin's Creed. What it is essentially, I love some of them, I hate some of them, and the vast majority of the series is just... okay. These are two ones that I love, so it's instant winner. And this last bit of Black Friday nonsense was actually Eddie Rollercore. He set me onto this because he picked it up, and I'd completely forgot this game existed. I played it when it first came out. I played it on Game Pass and played through it and quite enjoyed it, and then I just completely forgot about its existence. And that is, I might as well show you this first, because this is the packing box that it came in. Double Kick Heroes. Have you ever seen a branded shipping box before? But yeah, I got it from Red Art Games. Came in this, like I said, it's came in this nice shipping box, which I'm going to keep hold of because it's just a unique thing. I love freebs. I love a bit of freebie in the box as well. A little bit of tat for the boys. So it came with a Red Art Games sticker. Stickers are always appreciated, and a lanyard, which is awesome. I've never really had a freebie lanyard in anything before. I've been saying for a while I wanted a lanyard, and lanyard, however you want to pronounce it. And I can't remember why I wanted one, but to be honest, I'm not going to use this anyway because A, I don't want to damage it, don't want to get it dirty, and B, I think with a few games and stuff that have come, I've had like little keyrings with them. And they're always like the rubbery ones where if you put them in your pocket they'll instantly snap off. There was like a pizza one that came with Turtles, I think it was with Shredder's Revenge, not Cowabunga Collection. I've got a couple of Evercade ones. I got one that came with a 8-bit Doe controller. I think I'm going to hang this up somewhere with those keyrings on it, just so they're all together in a place. And yeah, inside the box was this Double Kick Heroes on the Switch. I think it's the only physical version of the game available, and it is a steelbook as well, which is, hang on, I just need to find somewhere to put down my I've made sure I've got a decent pile for my stuff that I need to show, but I've not got anywhere to put the stuff that I've already shown. Yeah, it's a steelbook, inside this plastic slipcase, which is cool. And it's only my second ever Switch Steelbook. The first one being Beyond the Steel Sky. It's just a really cool little version of this to have, and it's a game that I just completely forgot it existed. Remember enjoying it, and it's nice to have a physical copy now. Thought while it was on a Black Friday price, I would snap it up. Magic. Okay, fast forward now. Christmas Eve. We decided to have a little walk around town. Me and my wife Susie. We did it a couple of years ago. Quite enjoyed ourselves. We didn't do it last year, I don't think, but we, well, I went to have a sort of look at the sort of quickly dying remains of the Christmas market. Just a little walk around town, go and get a cup of coffee, get ourselves a couple of little treats if we saw anything that we wanted. Just have a nice little treaty day on Christmas Eve. I'd just done my hard week at work. Just nice to go out and have a treat day. So yeah, firstly I went into Primark and picked up this. It's one of those, they call them Vuddies, but the Oodies, Snuddies, whatever you want to call them. Just a nice little like fleecy hoodie thing. Well, I say little, it's like one of those really oversized ones. A nice PlayStation branded one. It's been a I think it must have gone out last year because I got a Simpsons one last year. So I want to make it like a bit of a tradition to go out at Christmas and buy myself a new one of these, because I absolutely live in these, especially sort of January to March kind of time when it is, like when it gets to the real cold time in this country. Then I love living in these hoodies. Didn't see much on the market. I got myself a couple of coffee scented candles because my other one ran out, but I've left them downstairs. And I went into CEX and scratched 2 games off my wish list. I keep a wish list on both the CEX app and the Amazon app. It's pretty much the same list, but it's just games that I want to pick up. I picked up the remastered version of LA Noire on the PS4. I've got this on the PS3, and I've played through it twice. And the first time I played through it, I did it sort of my way, and found it a very frustrating experience because I was doing what I thought was right, but because it wasn't the way how the game wanted me to play it, I was still failing cases and stuff like that, and it was a very frustrating playthrough. But then I replayed it again with the guidebook, did it how they wanted to, and watched everything fall into place, and it was actually a very, very fun experience just following the guide. So I'm probably going to play through it with the guide again. I picked up the guidebook, I think it's a Prima one. Like for a game used to do a thing where you used to just get rid of all their old guidebooks for 98p every few months. So I've picked up, years back, I picked up so many guides back then. So I had got the Prima guide and followed it to the T, and it was made for a very enjoyable game. This is probably going to go low down on my pile to play because I am currently in the final throes of Red Dead Redemption 2. And I might be a little bit rock starred out, but it's one of those games which is not as good as it should be, but if you do it right, it is really good. So I am looking forward to playing through that again. And the other game I picked up was Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. Never known how to pronounce that game name. Really struggling with with glare here. There's too many lights in this room. I picked this up because I was aware that the second one was coming out soon. I knew it was going to be Xbox exclusive, but I picked this up on the PS4 because the Xbox version, although it's cheaper, seems to be a lot more elusive. I picked it up in preparation to play it, and then only to find out that it's actually been out since May on the Xbox, the second one. And it's digital only, so it's hit or miss if I'll ever actually get around to playing it. What I'll probably do is if I ever get a trial for Game Pass, I'll probably give it a go then, but Game Pass is a great service, but I don't use it enough to warrant paying it. If I want a game that's new, I will buy it on the PlayStation instead. And most of the indie games and stuff have got no interest to me, or I'd rather play them on Switch. So Game Pass it's a very, very good service. It's a wonderful thing, but absolutely not for me. It's just not viable for me. But if I ever get a trial or anything, I'll probably, once I've played this, I'll definitely play Hellblade 2. I also don't like buying digital this generation because with the size of the games, there's just no way to keep them. Once you're done with them, you have to delete them off your hard drive. So yeah, that was my Christmas Eve day. I had a lovely day. So we'll move on to Christmas presents, shall we? I'll start with my mum. Stuff my mum got me. For the first one, she got me this. This is what I asked for from her. I never really know what to ask, because I know a lot of people's parents still spend like hundreds of pounds on them and stuff, but like our family are sort of, once you're 18, you're getting bare minimum. So I never really know what to ask for from my mum, because I don't know how much she's willing to spend, but I'll pick a cheap game off my list and I'll ask for it, and I asked for this, and she just kind of, I thought this might elicit some kind of response to my mum, but she just like wrote it down stony face and didn't even respond when I asked her to buy me Squirrel with a Gun. I thought that might at least like raise an eyebrow or something. No, she just wrote it down, bought it me, no questions asked. Squirrel with a Gun. I'd just seen adverts for this and it looked nuts. Pardon the pun. Just looks like a cool little game, sort of in a similar vein to Goat Simulator, but it looks more sort of story based. I liked Goat Simulator, but I found out I just couldn't really do anything on it. I didn't know what to do. I was running around causing trouble and not getting anywhere. I'm looking forward to getting into this. I've not played any of these new games yet, because like I said, I've been playing on Red Dead. So yeah, it comes with a sheet of stickers, which is cool. And this awesome, like, sort of 70s style movie poster. Or 70s movie poster style poster, should I say. Which I'm definitely putting up somewhere. Just trying to stretch this out so you can see it. Yeah, there we go. How cool is that? Definitely going up somewhere. Again, I love little freebies in games like that. But on top of that as well, my mum also sent me an Amazon voucher, so obviously I'm still yet to work out what the price range is. And I used my voucher to pick up this Fist Forged in Shadow Torch on the Switch, which is a sort of steampunk Metroidvania game where you play as a rabbit with a giant robot arm. Brings to mind, can you remember the Sonic, not Sonic, was it Sonic Underground, the TV, the cartoon? The one, there was Sonic the Animated Series, which was like all happy and stuff, and then they had a follow-up one where it was all sort of dystopian and steampunk. And there was a character in that called Bunny Rabbit, and yeah, it kind of reminds me of her. It's a Metroidvania, and I'm love-hate with Metroidvanias. I've played a few lately that I've really disliked, but then, you know, I think do I not like Metroidvanias? But then I think to stuff like Bloodstained and Alwa's Awakening and stuff, I absolutely love those games. So I don't know if I'm going to get on with this one. I've heard it's quite hard as well. But look inside, it's another Steelbook. So I've tripled my Steelbook collection for the Switch. As much as I can hold it up in that angle without dropping everything out of the box. There we go, Steelbook, which is cool. And it's got inside it more stickers, and these sort of postcards. They call them lithographs, don't they? But you know, the postcards. Nothing really interesting. It's just concept art of the environments, I think. But still, it's cool to get little freebies, isn't it? I'm not sure how well I'm going to do with that. Like I said, I don't get on too well with Metroidvanias a lot of the time, and I've heard this one's quite a difficult one. I just like the look of it. I liked, you know, the aesthetic, the steampunk look of it, and the graphics look really cool. I don't know if he has played it yet, but to me, if it's a difficult Metroidvania, it sounds like it might be right up the street of like Geordie Slasher Gaming, something like that. He might have played it already, but if he hasn't, Mark, it might be one for you. Right, what else we got? Sorry, I've got like a list because I've got a lot to get through, and I know I'm going to miss something. So I've made notes. I'm coming up in the world as a YouTuber. Gabby, my cat. Like any respecting pet owner, we exchange gifts from the cat, and this isn't gaming related, but I'm a huge fan of the TV show Taskmaster. I live and breathe that. Whereas most people have like their sports seasons, like the football season started, I have the Taskmaster season twice a year. The Taskmaster series starts 10 weeks. I'm just all about Taskmaster. When it's not on, I'll probably be watching some old Taskmaster and stuff like that. I absolutely love it. Really into the stats and things. But Gabby bought me this book, An Absolute Casserole, named after Mike Wozniak's hemorrhoid. Because he had a task where he had to fart and he just doesn't fart, so it took him ages to actually fart. I think the people knew that he just doesn't fart, so by the time he actually managed to push one out, he managed to give himself a hemorrhoid. But yeah, absolute casserole. It's just a book of, like, you know, behind the scenes, like the story of the series, stats from the show, like interviews and stuff like that. And I've read a little bit of it so far, really enjoying reading it. It's just, yeah, really up my street. Absolutely love that. And she also, like, I mentioned in a video a while back that I started sort of inadvertently collecting water bottles. Another part of my present from Gabby was this water bottle flask master, and it's got a little task on the back. Use me and only me whenever you are drinking. Sorry, I've got my camera screen backwards, so I'm reading backwards. Drinking water. If you are caught drinking water out of any other vessel, you will feel the wrath of the taskmaster. Yeah. So, absolutely love that. While we're on the subject of books and water bottles as well, we had a wander to Sainsbury's at some point, and we spotted this on the side, the Traitors. It's like I don't know if anybody's watched Traitors, but it's kind of like an adaptation of, like, the Mafia game, or like Secret Hitler or Werewolf or something, where, you know, it's a TV show and it's like a reality thing, and it's a team of people doing tasks and stuff, but a small group of them are traitors, and the rest of them don't know who the traitors are, and they're like voting people out every night and trying to get other people to vote each other out and stuff and turn against them. It's a really good TV show. It just started on New Year's Day for the 3rd series, and we're going to start watching that tonight. I'm looking forward to that. But this is like a choose your own adventure, if you remember those old choose your own adventure books, based on the TV series, and me and Susie saw this, and I think we're going to go and do it together because it sounds fun. We absolutely love the Traitors. I think at one point last year we were watching Taskmaster, Outsiders, Traitors and The Mole on Netflix. I realised, like, our life has just become task-based TV shows. It's a lot of fun, that show. It's fun seeing people sort of gradually start having breakdowns and trying to figure out who's, like, people are so, like, dead set on certain people being traitors and certain people being faithful to call the people who aren't traitors, and they get them so wrong it's untrue, but it's a lot of fun. And also, yeah, to go with the bottle that I got as well, there's this new Starbucks in our Sainsbury's which we've been frequenting quite a bit. It's become sort of we don't really do a date night because neither of us like going out, but every so often we'll just go and get a coffee at Starbucks. It's really nice. And Susie loves the cold cups as well, so she's bought a few of those. They are expensive, but I saw this nice big water bottle, really like it. Not that it means anything to anyone, but it's got a really nice big aperture. It's like drinking from a cup. And yeah, it's probably my favourite cup bottle to drink out of now, which is probably the nerdiest thing I've ever said. Back onto the games then. My sister Helen, they got her and her partner Myron. I asked them for Black Sad Under the Skin on the Switch, which again, it's a slipcase one, and it's made by the same, it's produced by the same company who made Fist, but this is not a steelbook, it's just a normal case underneath. But this front cover, it won't pick it up very well on the screen, but you can sort of see it moving. It's lenticular, and it also pops out of the cover. So the cover's just got a little window in it, so you get like a full size lenticular art card. And it's also got these other. I've not even opened these yet. I can feel the collectors switching off this video as I go. Yeah, these little lithographs of the characters. John Blacksad, Desmond O'Leary, a little wolfy guy. This one's one of my favourite characters, Jake Ostiombe, Boxing Gorilla, and Sonia Dunn, the femme fatale, no doubt. Blacksad's like, I've been reading the comics and got really into it, which is why I asked for this game, because I got a little bit obsessed with the comics. I've heard the game's not particularly great, it's very buggy and crashes a lot, but yeah, I got a bit obsessed with the comics and really like the world that it's in. It's like a sort of noir, sort of old school detective kind of thing, like, she walked into my office, her legs were up to here, and all that kind of thing. But it's every character in it is an animal. Blacksad himself is a cat, and it's just like, it just appeals to me. It's like nothing's mentioned about everybody being animals. It's just, that's what the world is. It's a bit like BoJack Horseman, but there's no humans at all. It's just animals. Now, strangely enough, my sister also managed to pick me up a version which is the slipcover is in German. I mean, that text obviously isn't, but you know, the incidental text is all in German. It does say it plays in English in the back, but also, even though the slipcover's German, the inside case is in English. Which is quite curious. A lot of slipcovers for the collection now. Yeah. Who next? We got a parcel just before Christmas from Russ the Retro Bear and Claire Retro Repair Bear over on Instagram. A nice little Christmas gift all wrapped up for us. For one for me and one for Susie. The one that I got was is in not a big box, but a big box for what it is. A little yellow Retro Bear to go for the collection. I think I'm probably the foremost collector of 3D printed retro repair bears, and I'll sit on top of my arcade machine with the rest of them. And Susie, this is super generous. This retro repair bear hoodie, which I'm definitely not super jealous of. I need to lose a bit of weight so I can steal it off her. Just really awesome thing for her to send. It's a really nice quality hoodie as well, and a really nice colour purple. Before I get into what Susie got me, I want to show you a little bit of what I got her. Yeah, I didn't get much gaming related, to be honest, but I got this set of little pin badges off Etsy, and they are. I've not taken them out of the little baggies because Susie's not taken them out yet, and I don't really want to be the one to do it. But they're Dragon Age. It's like little enamel metal pins of all the companions that you get in the series. Sorry about my disgusting nails, but I'm a grafting boy and I have grafting nails. That was from Dragon Age Origins. There's the companions from Dragon Age 2. Dragon Age Inquisition. And lastly, the very newly released Dragon Age The Veiled Guard. And it's just all the companions that your character can get in those games. She asked me to get one of them, but I couldn't resist and got them all because they just look cool as like a little set. Really nice set. And I promise that's the last of the non-gaming tat. So now, last but not least, it's the stuff that Susie got me. Some of which I asked for. In fact, I'll separate them out into what I asked for and what she just got me off my wish list. So the ones I definitely asked for were Astrobot, which I can't wait to get into because I'm not a platformer guy, but Astro's Playroom, the packing game on the PS5, which is only like an hour long, is such a fucking good game. I always said when I finished playing that, it was one of the best 3D platformers I've ever played, and I said if they ever brought out like a full length version of that, I would buy it. No, I'd buy it without even hesitation. So I'm very excited to get Astrobot. It's got like Game of the Year in most places as well. Unfortunately I haven't been able to play it this year because I made the baffling decision to play Red Dead Redemption 2 over Christmas when I don't have as much time to play games as I normally do. So I'm still knee deep in that, but I'm sure if I did, it would be pretty high on my Game of the Year list. Same with this one, Silent Hill 2, the remake of the PS2 game. Silent Hill, I absolutely adore that series, but whereas most people are super high on Silent Hill 2, it's maybe my 5th favourite game in the series. After like 1 and 3, Origins and Shattered Memories. I do love it though. I absolutely love Silent Hill 2, and it's been a long time since the Silent Hill game came out, if you don't count, what do you call it? The one that came out earlier this year. I'll say this year, last year now. I can't remember what it was called. Yeah, the really short one anyway. But yeah, a proper Silent Hill game. I will never pass that up, and I really can't wait to play it. What I love about this as well is inside the box, it's got a double-sided cover, which is the original cover from the PS2 version of Silent Hill 2, which is really cool. I'm not going to use it because I don't like how the spines, and I've got the PS5 logo at the top for a start. But yeah, it's a cool little addition. And I've heard it's a really good version, despite the fact that everybody was really down on it before it came out. Goes to show, doesn't it, that you should actually wait to make up your mind on something before just dismissing it as shit. And the last thing that I asked for that she got me was Tomb Raider 1 to 3 Remastered on the Switch. Opted to get these on the Switch because I'm more likely to play them handheld than I am, you know, as a sort of main game. Really looking forward to playing them. I got the Evercade versions a while back, and I had a quick go on them, and I know they still play well, but I just didn't really want to get stuck into those and play through all three of them in the old style graphics. I wanted to experience them looking new. So yeah, really thrilled with those. And these are bonus games that she picked off my wish list that I didn't ask for, but she picked them out of the list herself. The first one is, it's a nice cozy game. You know I love a cozy game, and you know I love dinosaurs. It's Paleo Pines. It's like it sounds like a sort of Stardew Harvest Moon kind of thing, but instead of like farm animals, you're making like a dinosaur reserve, and you're using the dinosaurs to help you build things as well. You know, like sort of riding them around. Like, judging by the front of the box, someone's riding in the background there. Someone's riding a Styracosaurus, using it to plough the fields and stuff like that. Sounds really interesting. I've got it in my wish list for a while, and I've been waiting for it to sort of drop to a price where I wouldn't mind paying for it, and now I don't have to pay for it. I get the distinct feeling that Susie might have bought that because she wants to watch me play it, or play it herself maybe. Speaking of, she got me Life is Strange Double Exposure on the PS5. We love the Life is Strange series, and we always like sit and play them together. Well, I play them, but Susie sits and watches and offers input and stuff. We've got a week off coming up. I've just got tomorrow to work, and then we're off for a week, so we're going to sit through and play through that, and it's hopefully going to be great. I know I was sceptical when the last one came out. I can't remember what it's called. My mind has gone. My memory has just gone out the window. But when the last one came out, and it wasn't made by the same team, it was developed by Square Enix, I was very sceptical, but it ended up being really good, so cautiously optimistic about that one. She got me Alan Wake 2 Deluxe Edition. I never played it when it first came out because of the whole digital thing, but I'm so glad that they brought like a Deluxe Edition out, and it's physical, and crucially also it's on the PS5. I don't hate the Xbox, but I would always rather play games on the PlayStation. I don't know, I'm just a PlayStation boy, I guess. But yeah, glad to I'm going to finally be able to play that this year. It also has a download code for Alan Wake Remastered, so now I have Alan Wake, I have it digitally on the Xbox 360, physically on the Xbox 360. I've had that 3 times, and you know, just sent my copies away to other people. Now I have it. I already have it physically remastered on the PS5, and now I have it digitally remastered on the PS5 as well. So if anybody would like a copy of Alan Wake Remastered digitally on the PS5, let me know, and I'll send you the code. We'll try and make some magic happen. I know this has been going a long time. We're over the half an hour mark now, so at least before editing. So if anybody has got this far, let's think of something they could possibly say in a comment. Just tell me what colour bear it was that I got. Yeah, just comment the word in you, like, and then I know people are still watching. For those who don't want to go back, it was a yellow one. So yeah, last but not least, the last game that she got for me was, she was a bit disappointed when I explained what it was, because she thought it was a new game, and it's a re-release of a game I already have, but I still really wanted it, and that's Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. She was like, oh, why did you ask for that? And the reason being is I want them, because I've got Crisis Core and I've got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on the PS5. I wanted them together on the shelf for one point. The other reason is I never got around to getting the DLC for the PS4 version, so that's included in this. So yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, the last game that Susie got me for Christmas. which gives me an excuse now to replay through this, and then probably replay through Rebirth as well. And that's it. That's everything. I'm surprised I managed to get through that so quickly, actually. I was contemplating splitting this video into two, because I thought maybe I'd be going for hours, but I think I've managed to waffle through it. Having notes helped. just one for future. I'll take notes. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'm sort of on a different camera view today, which I meant to mention at the start. I've just had a rearrange on my desk, and this is kind of how I've had to do it, and I'm not quite sure I like the view of how untidy my room is. So yeah, we'll have to sort something out on the next one. Thanks for watching. If you like what I do, then please consider sticking around. If you don't like what I do, then don't. And I guess I hope I'll see you next time.